Hello, everyone. Welcome to our mathematics lesson. This is a lesson about congruency from smarth.education. Remember to subscribe to our channel and continue learning. Right, let's start our lesson. Okay, we're going to learn about congruence today. Remember, I want you to be participating. How do you do that? If I give you work to do, you pause the lesson and you try it, and then you mark your work after you have tried. Okay, don't just listen throughout the lesson. You won't manage to learn when you do that. You have to participate. You have to participate as you are listening. You pause and try to engage with the content. Okay, right. Let's try to do that rather than just listening throughout, and then that will not assist. Okay, so this is our lesson from Smart Education. Okay, right. Now remember to subscribe to our channel. Right. Now, congruence. What is congruence? What is congruence? Right. Congruent triangles are the same. Congruent triangles are what? Are the same. Exactly the same. Okay. Right. And then, because we are going to talk about similarity in the other lesson, okay, if we talk about similarity, if things are similar, it means we may have what? Different sizes. But congruent triangles, they are exactly the same. And then corresponding angles and sides from both triangles are equal. Okay, we're saying corresponding angles and corresponding sides are equal. Okay, right. Now that's congruency. And then similarity, you talk about what? Things that are similar. They are of different sizes, but equal angles and proportional sides. That is similarity. But congruency, we're talking about the same size and also equal size. Corresponding sides are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. What do I mean by that? When I'm saying corresponding, remember, we also have to talk about the corresponding angles when you talk about geometry of straight lines, okay? But here we're saying that if this angle A is corresponding with angle D there, it means they are equal. Angle C goes with angle F, they are equal, and angle D, okay, let me draw two lines here, and then angle D goes with, angle B goes with what? Goes with angle E. So that's what we mean when we're saying they are corresponding angles, okay? Right. Okay, we're comparing these angles from one triangle to the other triangle. Right, don't forget that. Let me just erase this and then we continue with our lesson. Right, let me erase that part. Okay, we have this. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Right, okay. So congruent triangles are the same corresponding angles and sides. Corresponding angles and corresponding sides from both triangles are equal. That's congruency. Right. If a triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, then what? Okay, let's write. I want to write. I'll write at the top here. Right, let me write here. Right, how do I see that symbol is for congruency? Okay, let's write the word congruency. Congruence. Okay, congruence. You see this? Right, and then even this congruence is still fine, okay? Or even with Y there. So this E here, you see? Right, it has three lines, which is almost giving us what? This symbol for congruency. Remember congruency by that, okay? And then let me just talk about similarity because after this, I'm going to give you a lesson on similarity. And then similarity, right, you see? Is it similarity? Yes, it's fine. Okay, I have one eye, one eye, one eye there. And then we have this, 1, 2, 3. That's similarity. Okay, congruence is very, very important, learners, because even in your grade 12, grade 11, you're going to be, you use these congruences to prove what? To prove theorems. Okay, theorems about a line drawn from the center, perpendicular to the chord, line from the center to the midpoint of the chord. We use congruence to prove that, and in other theorems and in the examinations also, we use congruence a lot. So it is very, very important that you understand this concept, okay? Right, so now let's go back to the question. If triangle ABC is congruent DEF. Then what? What do we get from this statement, which is very, very important? Let me pick a different color, which is black. The slide is right here. Right, okay. You see, now this statement is very, very important. This statement is very important. And you're saying a triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. It means what? It means angle A is equal to angle D. You see that? It means angle B is equal to angle E. It means that angle C is equal to angle F. That's what it means. You see that? Okay, so the order at which the vertices are written is very, very important. It is very, very important. Right now, so it means angle A is equal to angle D. You see that? Okay, angle A is equal to angle D. And then, what about the next one? What about angle B? What can you say about angle B? Angle B is equal to what? Angle B is equal to angle E. This one, B goes with E. You see that? Okay, let's go to the next one. Angle C. Angle C is equal to what? Angle C will be equal to, this is angle C. Angle C is equal to F. This is angle C and angle F. Do you see that? So when triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, then angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, angle C is equal to angle F. Right. What about the sides? Remember, talking about congruence here. These triangles are exactly the same. So what can you say about the sides? AB. Okay, we use this. Let me draw it here. We say, you see, I'm drawing to someone who is smiling. Do you see this? Okay, this is someone who's smiling. Do you see that? So we say we can use the smiling face. So here we can say AB is equals to DE. AB is equals to DE. And then BC is equal to EF. BC is equal to EF. And then AC is equal to DF. Okay, do you see that? Now, that is what? That is congruence that will assist us there. Okay, right now, let's go to the sides. We said AB is equals to, try to get it from here. Don't even look at the diagram for now. I want you to use this statement here. AB will be equal to what? AB is equals to DE. Do you see that? AB is equal to DE. Right, that is AB equals to DE. And then we have BC is equals to EF. BC is equal to EF. And then we have AC is equals to DF. You see that? Okay, right. So from that statement, you can deduce that these corresponding sides are equal. Okay, right. Now, okay, that is AC being equals to DF then. Right. There are 4 conditions for triangles to be congruent. There are 4 conditions for triangles to be congruent. Okay, let's talk about those conditions. Right, before I give you those conditions, try to name them. The 4 of them. There's what? There is side, side, side. So if we prove that we have 3 pairs of equal sides, then we can say those 2 triangles are what? Are congruent. Side, side, side. Okay? And then we have another condition, which is what? Which is side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. This is very, very important. Now, the angle is included. We talk about the included angle. Okay, we're going to talk about later now. Side, angle, side. This angle is included because now we can have a situation like this, which is side, side, angle. This one does not give us congruence. But do you see that there are 2 sides there and an angle? But this condition does not give us congruence. Do you believe it? Right. Let me show you why this one cannot be a congruent sometimes. Right. Let's say I have a triangle I'll try to draw a nice triangle here. And then I can have another triangle, which is almost like that. I can have this side being 5 and this side being, which one is longer here? Okay, whichever way, being 4. And then this one can be 5 also, and then this one 4. You see that? We have this side being equal to this side. We have this side being equal to that side. You see that? So it's side angle, right? So this angle they may be the same, right? But because this one, you see, this side is a bit was raised a bit upwards. Né? So now, but these two triangles, do you see that they're not the same? They are not the same. Okay, so now we can't have congruence with side angle. Okay, that is not enough to prove that the two triangles are congruent. So for for two sides, two corresponding sides, and one corresponding. Okay, we're talking about pairs here. For two corresponding sides, two pairs of corresponding sides, and one pair of corresponding angles, the angle must be what? Must be included. Okay, the angle must be included. Right, and then we have angle, side. Okay, angle, side. Right, we're going to talk about each condition. Right, now I'm just giving you highlights here, and then we're going to talk about each condition. Right, let's go to the next one. And then the right angle, hypotenuse, side. So these are the 4 conditions for congruence. Okay, and then we're going to look at each condition one by one. Right, now, the symbol for congruency, I've given you the congruency long back. Okay, that is the symbol for congruence, learners. Right, let's move on now. Condition 1. Let's start. Two triangles are congruent if 3 sides of one triangle are equal in length to 3 sides of the other triangle. You see that? So like here, we have AB being equals to DE. BC is equals to EF. AC is equal to DF. So now we have 3 pairs of corresponding sides being equal. So we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay? So let's start with angle A. Angle A is between AB and AC. So it means the angle that must be corresponding to this one should be D. You see that? These angles are between the same sides. Angle B here corresponds with angle E because they are between the same sides. Okay, you see that? And then angle C will correspond with what? With angle F. You see that? Okay, so now we can say that this is side. Now let's do this activity. Right, PQRS is a kite in which PQ is equal to PS. We're given that. And then QR is equal to SR. Prove that triangle PQR is what? Is congruent to triangle PSR. Let's try that. I want to give you time. Just pause the lesson and try. Right, okay. I hope you managed to get something. Right, now from this information, what are we getting? If you look at the sides, we can say that, let me write it by the side here, triangle PQR is congruent to triangle PSR. So it means PQ is equal to PS, QR is equal to SR, and then PR is equal to PR. You see that? And then now you can check why. Why? Okay, you can check why those things are like that. And then we can say angle P is equal to angle P, angle Q is equal to angle S, angle R is equal to angle R. Okay, but now we're given all the sides here, so let's use the sides. So PQ is equal to PS. Why? We are given, isn't it? We are given there in triangle PQR. Let's highlight our triangles. Even in the examination, you can highlight your triangles. Okay, so this is triangle PQR and triangle PSR. And triangle PSR. Now, these triangles, do they have a common side? Do you have a side where we have both a red side and a yellow side? there is a common side here, okay, which is what? Which is PR, okay? Right, now let's check our conditions. Right, we have PR is equal to PR, it's a common side. This is the side for triangle PQR and the side for triangle PSR. And then we have PQ is equal to PS is given. And then also we have QR is equal to SR is given. So now we have our a pair here of corresponding sides being equal, another pair of corresponding sides being equal, another pair of corresponding sides being equal. So now we can say that yes, triangle PQR is congruent to triangle PSR because of side, side, side. Okay, and then you get your marks there. Right, and then we move on to the second condition. Two triangles are congruent if two sides, okay, if two sides and the included angle, remember I talked about this, are equal to two sides and the included angle for the other triangle. So it's side, angle, side. Okay, side, angle, side. You see that? Don't forget that. Now, let's try this activity. PQRS is a kite in which PQ is equal to PS and P1 is equal to P2. Prove that PQR is congruent. Triangle PQR is congruent to triangle PSR. Let's do that. Let's try. Just pause the video for 5 minutes and try to do it. Right, let's continue, learners. Right now, in triangle PQR, do you see triangle PQR there and triangle PSR? Right. What can you see from this? We can say angle P is equal to angle P. We can see that P1 and P2, they are equal. It's given. And then angle Q is equal to angle S there. Okay. It means this angle here is equal to this angle here. Right. But we need to prove that. If you're not given, you cannot assume. Right. And angle R is equal to angle R there. Okay. So now, but we're not given this. So it means we have to use a side and maybe angles. If we check the conditions for congruence, let me name them. Side, 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 angle, side, and then angle, angle, side, okay, or angle, side, angle, or side, angle, angle. The one that we don't have is side, side, angle, okay. That's the one we don't have. Now, if you look at these conditions, all of them, there must be a side. All of them, there must be a side. Then the fourth one, right angle hypotenuse side, there must be a side. Right, because when you talk about similarity, you see that there is a condition that does not involve a side. But for congruency, there must be a side. Right, and then now what we have PR is equal to PR because it's a common side, and then angle P1 is equal to angle P2 is given. So we have side, angle, and then we have PQ is equal to PS is given. So we have side, angle, side. So this is an included angle, Okay, now my pen is black now, I can see it. Let me pick a color. Right, we have an included angle. You see that? This is an included angle. Side, angle, side here. And then also there we have side, angle, side. You see that? Okay, right. So that is that. So now we can conclude and say triangle PQR is congruent to triangle PSR because of side, angle, side. How many conditions have we done so far? We have done 2 conditions. Side, 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 and side, angle, side. Right. Let's go to third condition. Two triangles are congruent if two angles and one side of a triangle are equal to two angles and the corresponding side of the other triangle. Okay? We have this angle here corresponding with this angle. We have this angle here corresponding with this angle. And then we have this side corresponding with this side. That is enough to show us that these two triangles are congruent. They are exactly the same. Okay. If we're saying something is exactly the same, it means we can superimpose them. We can put one on top of the other and they will fit very well. You see that? Like if you put your hands on one hand on top of the other, they fit on each other. That is congruency. Right. So now that is angle, side, angle. Okay. Remember these ones: angle, side, angle, side, or side, angle, angle. They were just the same thing. Right. And then we can have these two also. It's just one thing. Okay. We have two angles and one side. Okay. Right. So if two triangles are congruent, two triangles are congruent if two angles and one side of a triangle are equal to two angles and the corresponding side of the other triangle. Remember that, okay? Right, now let's do this one. I want you to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EDC. Let's do that. Right, welcome back. I really hope that you managed to do it. Right, from this, like I said before, we can clearly see that angle A is equal to angle E. Okay, let's discuss this. I'm going to erase the information after. Right, angle A is equal to angle E. It means this angle here is equal to this angle here. Why? Why is angle A equal to angle E? Because of the parallel lines. Do you see that AB is parallel to DE? So it means angle A is and angle E are alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal since AB is parallel to DE. Okay, right. And then angle B is equals to angle D. Angle B, this angle is equal to this angle. Again, they are equal because these are alternate angles. Remember alternate angles. Once you see parallel lines, learners, think of the alternate angles like this angle and this angle, even this one and this one, okay? And then think of corresponding angles, which would be this angle and this angle, and then think about the co-interior angles, which will be this angle and this angle, right? Alternate angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, and co-interior angles are supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees. So now, and then let's go to angle C and angle C. So it means there's C1 and C2 here. These two are equal. Why are they equal? Why are they equal? Because they are vertically opposite. They are vertically opposite. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, right. You see that? So you have to write the information on your diagram before even looking at the questions or even trying the question. Yeah, work on the writer. And then you see your life is going to be very, very easy. Right now, in triangle ABC, which is this triangle, and then in triangle ETC, which is this triangle, right? We want to prove if these two triangles are congruent, okay? Right, so we have which conditions? From triangle, you can see that angle A is equal to angle E. We've discussed this. Let's just go through this first. And then angle B is equal to angle D. We've talked about this. And then angle C is equal to angle C. Okay, we've talked about this. Now let's put our reasons. So it means now we're saying angle B is equal to angle D because these are alternate angles being equal, and then AB is equal to DE. Now we're moving fast. We've talked about this. And then BC is equal to DC. We're given. You see that? BC is equal to DC. We're given. C1 is equal to C2, vertically opposite. So we don't even need to go to angle A and angle E. We don't need that. These three conditions are enough. So we have here a side, we have an angle, a side, and an angle. So if angle, side, or side, angle, side, angle. You see that? That's enough to show us that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle triangle EDC. See that? So we have our marks here. Okay, we have our marks here. We got this one right. Statement and reason, statement and reason, statement and reason, statement and reason. Okay, right. Now, the last condition. Two right-angled triangles are congruent if the hypotenuse and a side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and a side of the other triangle. When you're talking about the hypotenuse, know that you're talking about what? A right angle triangle. That's the side, the longest side of the right angle triangle is called the hypotenuse. The side opposite the 90-degree angle. Okay, right now, if you prove that we have right angle hypotenuse side, the corresponding angles, the corresponding hypotenuse, the corresponding sides are equal, then we can conclude and say the two triangles are congruent. Okay, right. Remember that, learners. Now let's do this one. Can you try to prove that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD? Let's do that. In triangle ABD, which is this triangle, in triangle ACD, which is this color is orange, right? We can conclude. You see that angle D1 is equal to angle D2 is given, and both of them are equal to 90 degrees. So we have a right angle there, and then side AB is equal to side AC is given. Okay, and then we have a common side there. So we have a right angle, hypotenuse, and a side. So triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Done. So the reason there being right angle, hypotenuse side. Okay, right. So we're done with our 4 conditions. Remember what I told you about the smiling face. It will assist you a lot. Okay, don't forget the smiling face. Right. Thank you very much, learners. We're going to meet in our next lesson. And remember to subscribe to our channel. And also, you can visit us on our website, www.smarth.education, or send us your email, smarth.education@gmail.com. Okay, right. We're going to meet in our next lesson. Goodbye.